Just before drifting off to sleep, I sent a message to my online boyfriend. Darling, if anyone adds you as a friend, just say it's my brother, alright? I fell asleep while he went into a frenzy. At 1 o'clock, he texted, am I 3 or 4? At 2 o'clock, he replied, it can't possibly be 5, can it? You used to never let me be the lesser one. At 3 o'clock, he declared, let's break up unless you allow me to be number 2. At the very least, I must be 3. I cannot be any lower. At 4 o'clock, he lamented, woe is me, let's not break up. I merely wish to be positioned slightly higher. Being 5 would suffice. 5 blessings arriving, 5 grains flourishing, 5 colors dazzling. Darling, please be reasonable with me, will you? At 5 in the morning, a top-tier celebrity's post advocating for rights surged to the trending list. Return my mother-esque girlfriend. I was roused from my slumber by a call from my manager, sisterly. Don't sleep. It doesn't concern you, but do not sleep. Hurry and wake up to enjoy this spectacle. The entertainment industry hasn't been this lively in ages. Bewildered, I opened the trending list. The top trend read, return my mother-esque girlfriend. What on earth is this? Clicking on the trend, I discovered that the once advertisement-only celebrity, Shen Qianan, had posted a Weibo at 5 in the morning. Return my beautiful girlfriend. Return my mother's girlfriend. Return my lovely girlfriend. Heartbeat moment production team, I shall not let you off lightly. Darn it, my girlfriend had declared her undying love for me before participating, yet now I've become the lesser one. Return my mother's girlfriend. The post included a selfie. In the image, Shen Qianan's eyes were red-rimmed, his hair disheveled. He held up a white sheet of paper emblazoned with the bloody 6 characters, return my mother-esque girlfriend. It was utterly bewildering. Moreover, wasn't Heartbeat Moment the dating show I was currently participating in? I stared at the comments in utter confusion. Who provoked him? Seriously, with a face like that of a love saint, why is he sneaking around as the lesser one? This is hilarious. On Weibo, you can even witness a girlfriend cheating and the production team being bombarded with online harassment. I wish I could live life as shamelessly as he does. So trendy, so abstract. I couldn't comprehend it. I was so tired. Sister Lee's voice echoed once more, pulling my consciousness back from the brink of dreams. Didn't you participate in that show? Help me find out who Shen Qianan's girlfriend is. This guy declared he had a girlfriend 6 months ago, yet no one can uncover her identity. My curiosity is killing me. I absent-mindedly responded, opening WeChat with little enthusiasm. After 2 rotations of loading, a bright red 99 popped up. I pondered with a somewhat muddled mind. Last night, just before succumbing to slumber, I sent a message to my online boyfriend. Baby, if someone adds you as a friend, just say I'm your brother, alright? The moment I dispatched the message, I was overtaken by drowsiness and drifted into a deep sleep. Although he often cried and fussed, waging battles over trivial matters, I hardly expected him to send a barrage of messages over such a minor issue. I scrolled up the screen. I had sent the message at 11:30, and he did not respond until 1 o'clock in the morning. Baby, just say it outright. I'm mentally prepared, truly. Am I 3 or 4? At 2 o'clock. It can't be 5, right? Haha, just kidding. How could that be? You've never made me play the role of a minor before. Is that really the case? Luya Mayan, you have quite the appetite. I'm about to make a scene. You've misjudged me. I'm not that easy to provoke. At 3 o'clock, let us break up. Unless you let me be the major one. At the very least, it has to be 3. It cannot be lower. In your eyes, am I the type who would settle for being a minor 5? I've made it abundantly clear that I am not. At 4 o'clock, whoa, let us not break up. I just want to be a little higher. Honestly, being 5 is fine too. 5 blessings come. 5 grains flourish. 5 colors abound. Baby, can you reason with me, please? I knew I shouldn't have agreed to let you participate in that dating show. It's all the production team's fault. You've been seduced by those wicked men. I'm going to fight for my rights and demand compensation from the production team. Unprincipled production team. Return my girlfriend. Why does it feel so off? My brain crashed. My hands trembled as I switched back to Weibo. After an automatic refresh, the screen displayed that Shen Qianan had replied to 3 comments. What about my connections in the circle? Who knows who his girlfriend really is? Such a playboy. Shen Qianan replied, if you knew who my girlfriend was, you would think I'm quite fortunate. Brother, let us expose that wicked woman who is toying with you. Let us ruin her reputation. Shen Qianan replied, who gave you the right to insult her? What do you know? She merely made a small mistake that every woman in the world might make. Ultimately, it's those who tempted her who are at fault. And by the way, I'm not your brother. I've already painlessly taken on the role yesterday. Oh, my epic romance brain. What are you fighting for? Just break up. Shun Xianan replied. You want to rise in status too? I'm not breaking up. I've already climbed to minor 5. If I break up now and get back together, wouldn't I be minor 8 or 16? The later netizens had given up on persuasion. There's no saving him. Everyone, let us not waste time, just spit and move on. Below was a row of ha 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 ha. Only I couldn't muster a laugh. Clearing my throat, I awkwardly began. Sisterly, I think I might know who Shin Qianan's girlfriend is. Who? Me. Sisterly's voice was filled with pity. You should get some rest. It's my fault. You're not very clever to begin with. And I called you at 6. The call ended. She was quite considerate. I was at a loss for words, momentarily unsure of how to respond to the flood of messages. Shun Qianan and I were in an online relationship, having been together for 6 months without ever having met in person. There was only one occasion when he sent a picture revealing half of his face. Handsome and somewhat familiar. My heart leaped and then fell. How could a handsome guy not resemble someone else? Talking about little Shin Qianan was a jackpot. So, I gladly accepted and encouraged him to send something a bit risque. Who would have thought that a top-tier celebrity would personally engage in online dating? Now, the entire internet was speculating about who Shin Qianan's girlfriend could be. I sighed. Regardless, I should first explain things to Shin Qianan. Just as I typed out a U, he sent a message first. Baby, I'm on the plane. Wait for me. I'm coming to rescue you from the unscrupulous production team. No matter if it's minor 2, 3, or 4, I will defeat each one for you. Wait a moment. He's coming to the recording site. I hurriedly sent a message to stop him, but there was no response. It was too late. I sat dazed on the bed. Originally, if Shun Qianan came to the dating show, that was that. However, there was another person among the guests, my brother. The next moment, the door was knocked twice before it swung open. Xia Xinian stood at the doorway, seething with anger. Luya Mayan, is that Shun's girlfriend you? My vision darkened. It was over. All was lost. I had been secretly dating Shin Qianan without my family's knowledge. Due to a childhood incident, I was abducted by a stranger and only found by the Xia family when I was 6. Consequently, my family felt immense guilt and treated me like a precious gem, guarding me closely. There was a curfew of 9 at home, and at school, Xia Xinian hovered around me like a dog. Any boy who showed even a hint of affection towards me was swiftly discouraged by my brother, extinguishing any hopes. After graduation, I entered the entertainment industry alongside my brother. Living under the spotlight 24 hours a day, with a line of paparazzi trailing me, left me with no opportunity to date. Out of sheer necessity, I had resorted to an online relationship, yet I had never dared to confess it to Xia Xinian. Is it possible that Shin Qianan's girlfriend is one of the other 2 female guests? I chuckled awkwardly, grasping at straws. Xia Xinian rolled his eyes. Who do you think you're fooling? At the last award ceremony, I accidentally sat next to Shun, and wouldn't he stop bragging about how his girlfriend is a celestial beauty, unparalleled on earth or in the heavens. Long hair, peach blossom eyes, and a tear mole. Who else could it be but you? I had my suspicions, thinking I was overthinking, but it really is you. Xia Xinian poked my forehead in frustration. Your romantic brain is infuriating. I don't even want to talk. My heart sank. Shin Qianan, you really are something. Why didn't you just give my ID number too? I numbly endured his pokes. Alright, it's me. But he actually stopped. Are you about to say he's a great guy, handsome, generous, and that you two are true love, and as your brother, I should learn to let go and bless you? Isn't that okay? Not at all. You're still young and don't understand. Shin Qianan's face screams playboy. He's just putting on an act. Once the novelty wears off, his true colors will show. Xia Xinian earnestly lectured me for a long while. Seeing my still bewildered expression, he sighed. Take out your phone. Let me see how he's manipulating you. Hesitantly, I handed over my phone. Do we really have to look? Without a second thought, Xia Xinian unlocked my phone. He scrolled through our chat history in silence. Boyfriend, baby, I miss you so much. I'm feeling emo. Do you know why I'm feeling emo? Because I'm straight Momo missing you. Wanna see a selfie? Me. Send something risque. Boyfriend, abs pic. JPG. I just thought of a question while looking in the mirror. Do you like me or my body? It's me, right? Actually, the body is fine too. But it's better to like me for who I am. Baby, what are we to each other? Ignore me. I'm about to make a scene. Me. Don't make a scene. Boyfriend. I knew you liked me. Is he manipulating me? I murmured. Yes, done. but that's not important. Sinian cleared his throat, awkwardly changing the subject. Since Shun is coming to the scene, let your brother have a word with him. I've seen countless people, and I can tell at a glance if he is a scoundrel. Upon concluding his statement, he approached the door of the room, then turned back to add, do not, under any circumstances, disclose to that brat that I am your brother. Due to the fervor surrounding Shin Qianan, the production team promptly incorporated an interview segment at the commencement of the dating show. What are your impressions of Shin Qianan? Please share a particularly memorable incident. The other guests responded with official remarks pertaining to work-related matters. Only I, under the scrutinizing gaze of my brother, appear despondent, trending on social media with a sorrowful expression. I do not know him. I have no idea. It wasn't me, absolutely not me. The comments section erupted with laughter. Understood, it's not you. Go on and have fun. Quick, look at Sinian's expression. He is jealous. These two certainly have a couple's vibe. I shall ship them in reverence. I have a friend who is in the industry. I advise against shipping this pair. The dynamics are quite complicated. Just don't. I will ship them regardless. What of it? A natural contrarian. The more you tell me not to ship them, the more I shall. After the interview concluded, the show transitioned to the next segment. In a rather cliched manner, we partook in games, with the losers drawing for a truth or dare challenge. My brother and I battled fiercely for 3 rounds, ultimately facing defeat. We hurled insults at each other as we drew our dare cards, landing on the Pocky game. Why on earth are you participating in the same show as me? I lamented, cradling my head in despair. If I hadn't joined, who would you have played this with? Sinian echoed my sentiment, equally distressed. In the end, I rolled my left eye while he rolled his right, and the two of us, contorted and grotesque, clamped down on the same chocolate stick. A barrage of laughter filled the comments. Why are they suddenly acting deranged? The scene seems a bit risque. Is this a zombie-themed show? So, what if it is? Even zombies deserve to fall in love. So, Sinian is participating in this dating show for Lu Yumayan? I've struck gold. In the next moment, a familiar voice resonated behind me. Nian. Who is he? My body shuddered, and I snapped the chocolate stick in half. Turning around, I beheld Shin Qianan, weary and disheveled, standing under the blazing sun. His complexion pale and somewhat disheveled. I stammered an explanation. You must listen. It's not what you think. He is actually my brother. Shin Qianan's eyes instantly glistened with unshed tears. How many brothers do you have? No. That is not the kind of brother he is. Before I could utter another word, Sinian had already pulled me behind him. He flashed a smile, his gaze challenging. I'm afraid that's quite unfortunate. She is mine. I felt a wave of despair wash over me. No, brother. With such remarkable acting skills, you should pursue an award for Best Actor. Why must you impersonate me? The comment section erupted once more. Wait, so is Lu Yumayan playing both sides? Seriously, you're enjoying this without us? Isn't it 5 timing? Shin Qianan is the 5th. But where does Sinian stand? ISNT this infidelity? Disgusting. Silence. Shin Qianan himself has said nothing. What is it to you? What is wrong with a powerful woman having multiple suitors? To be honest, I see Shin Qianan and Sinian both seem quite willing. This drama is exhilarating. Sis, I beg you, let me join in. This scene is chaotic. I command you 3 to kiss for us. Shin Qianan's eyelashes fluttered. His dark eyes fixed on me. Nian, is what he said true? I lowered my gaze, rendered speechless. In my heart, I silently apologized. I'm sorry, Shin Qianan. The challenge posed by the brother-in-law is a trial you must endure. Shin Qianan averted his gaze, rolled up his sleeves, and smiled smugly at Sinian. You may not know, but Nian and I have known each other for quite some time. Sinian chuckled. Is that so? I held her when she was born. With a sharp snap, Shin Qianan removed his cufflinks, as if someone had quietly crossed a line. After this small interlude, the game continued, albeit with the addition of Shin Qianan, who, due to the pre-assigned teams, became a lone wolf in the dating show. The rules of the game were straightforward. Blindfolded, spin 5 times, and the first to feed a watermelon to their partner from 10 paces away emerged victorious. The winner could designate a loser to draw a truth or dare card. As Shin Qianan lacked a partner, he merely needed to locate the pole and feed himself watermelon. The difficulty of the game had dramatically decreased. I silently scoffed but dared not voice my thoughts, fearing he might be upset. Indeed, while I was busy smacking my brother with the watermelon, Shin Qianan had quietly completed the game on his own. This is hilarious. Siasinian is left speechless. Shun Qianan eating watermelon alone looks rather pitiful. Lu Jia, please indulge him.
Quick.
Let them draw for a dare. Any outcome now would be thrilling. But if Siasinian and Lu Yumian draw a dare, won't it still be Shin Qianan who ends up distressed? Who would have thought, brother? You jumped the gun. I removed my blindfold and gazed at Shin Qianan. He raised his eyelids, his tone even yet seemingly suppressing something. I will not designate you to draw a card. Siasinian raised an eyebrow in confusion. Then what do you intend to do? Shin Qianan fixed his gaze on me. Lu Yumian, I want you to come to my side. An unknown emotion surged in that instant, creeping into my heart like a vine. Having witnessed Shin Qianan's lackluster demeanor, it was rare to see him exhibit such desire so plainly. It was particularly alluring. Dazed, I stepped forward but was seized by the arm. Are you just going to go when he calls you? Siasinian's expression darkened. Look at you. Completely entranced by that vixen. What should I do then? I humbly inquired. It seemed I truly was a love-struck fool, but I could hardly be blamed. To put it bluntly, Shin Qianan, intentionally designed to align with my aesthetic preferences, bore no fault. Siasinian scoffed lightly. Naturally. You must barter something of equal worth in return. All right, what do you desire? Money, resources, or? The comments section overflowed with ellipses. Is it possible this is merely a dating show? Please don't suddenly act like a prince from the capital. To be fair, neither of their backgrounds is inferior to that of a capital prince. You must answer all my forthcoming questions truthfully. Shin Qianan pondered briefly before agreeing. I discreetly tugged at my brother's sleeve from behind. Brother, this doesn't sound very valuable. Am I not worth much? Siasinian ignored me. For the next 10 minutes, he conducted an exhaustive and meticulous interrogation of Shin Qianan. How many times have you been in a relationship? Once. What if your girlfriend argues with your family? First, I would appease my girlfriend, then address the issue. Savory or sweet soy milk? Crisp or soft peaches? The two exchanged questions and answers rhythmically, to the point of inducing my drowsiness. Is it just me, or does Siasinian possess a considerable possessiveness over the personal matters of his rival? Perhaps he's seeking Shin Qianan's weak points to strike a decisive blow. Such cunning. No wonder Shin Qianan can only play the fifth wheel. This is the power of the main partner. At long last, Siasinian concluded his lengthy interrogation. I leaned in and whispered, Brother, what have you discovered? Siasinian scratched his head. It seems that those who prefer savory soy milk are not bad people. No, brother. After all that questioning, that is what you deduced? I joined Shin Qianan's team, and upon approaching him, the previously apparent cloud of gloom dissipated entirely from his countenance. The game is nearing its conclusion. As Shin Qianan tenderly fed me watermelon slice by slice, Siasinian had already devoured 2 pieces in quick succession. The moment he removed his blindfold, regret washed over him. What difference was there between the punishment dare and rewarding Shin Qianan? Frowning, Siasinian perused the cards prepared by the production team, each one more disheartening than the last. Ultimately, he silently penalized himself with a drink. After concluding the remaining activities, I returned to my room and collapsed onto the bed, pondering the absurdity of life. How did things escalate to this point? Before I could reflect further, a knock interrupted my thoughts. Shin Qianan stood at the door, the corners of his eyes tinged with red, as if he had just wept. He pointed inside and whispered, Is he here? Who? Xiao Er. It took me a moment to realize he was referring to Siasinian. He is not here. Then may I come in? His wide, hopeful eyes looked up at me, making it impossible to refuse. I stepped aside to let him in. After furtively glancing around the corridor to ensure my brother was not nearby, I locked the door. Shin Qianan expressed his understanding. I know. Being Xiao Wu is rather disreputable. Did I cause you trouble by speaking that way online? Awkwardness washed over me. I bit my lip, attempting to clarify. It's not quite what you think. His eyes lit up. Are you saying I'm not Xiao Wu?
Yes.
Then, am I Xiao San? So, my only rival is Siasinian? I suppose yes. Though there was some misunderstanding, the essence remained similar. No, we could not continue this conversation. It was better to change the subject. I lifted my chin, attempting to regain some composure. You never mentioned you were Shin Qianan before. Why keep it from me for so long? Shin Qianan looked momentarily taken aback. I never concealed it. Each time I wanted to send you a selfie, you insisted I send something more risque. Is that my fault? His expression shifted, a layer of despondency washing over his features. You only like my body, don't you? I was about to deny it, But then my gaze fell upon the firm muscles beneath his shirt. Those vivid photos he had sent me flashed through my mind, rendering me momentarily speechless. Not sure. Show me. How did we arrive at this point? Straddling Shin Qianan, my hands exploring his abs. The question echoed in my mind once more. Shin Qianan leaned back, his ears flushed crimson, his voice slightly hoarse. Mian, are you certain? Yes, it's okay. Do you mind if I come to the recording site? Sure, sounds good. I hastily responded, distracted by his allure. Who could focus on what he was asking? His well-defined physique sculpted beautiful lines, the alluring V-taper disappearing beneath the hem of his pants. If this wasn't our true first encounter, I would certainly remove that bothersome garment. His fair skin quickly bore the marks of my ministrations, an exquisite display of sensuality. My heart raced, the warmth in my palms igniting a fire in my mind. He glanced at me. Do you treat others this way? Of course not. Don't overthink it. By the way, can I still touch you tomorrow? Shin Qianan leaned closer, his gaze laced with seduction. You can do anything to me. So I'm the only one, all right? He truly knew how to entice. His beautiful face loomed before me, nearly ensnaring my resolve, though I clung to a shred of rationality. No, not for now. We had only just met, and if I followed his beckoning finger, would I really be so devoid of principles? Yes. But if I were to solidify the reputation of being lovesick, my brother would mock me mercilessly. I was not only lacking in principles. I was also overly concerned with appearances. Alas, I truly was a morally bankrupt individual. Shin Qianan's expression shifted, revealing a hint of disappointment as he donned his shirt and prepared to leave. At the door, he turned back. What about CS9? Have you touched him like this? I was taken aback. Why would I touch him? Shin Qianan perked up again, leaving in a peculiar manner. That night, he posted on Weibo, Wednesday. Being Xiao-san is underrated. Being Xiao-san is not just an action, it's a feeling, a mood in mind, a state of being. If you've never been Xiao-san, I feel sorry for you. The top comments read, what nonsense is this? Aren't you Xiao Wu? Has he been promoted? Is there a hierarchy in being Xiao-san? Does Xiao Wu owe Xiao-san a tribute? So, aside from CS9 and Shin Qianan, who are the other two? After enduring a barrage of phone calls from Li Jia, I realized Shin Qianan had gone off the deep end. The online community had erupted into chaos. Who were those remaining two? I felt like I might vomit blood. Please stop. Videos from elementary school of me with a painted face singing with male classmates were resurfacing. I sent Shin Qianan a dozen frantic messages. Keep it down. Is this really appropriate? He replied instantly, sorry. The Weibo post was deleted. But the trending topic only gained momentum. In the middle of the night, Shin Qianan messaged me again. Nian, who was the boy you sang with on stage? Get lost. Little puppy crying JPG. Thus, Shin Qianan became an unofficial member of the Heartbeat Moment program. He garnered attention without any compensation. In the morning, we all gathered around the table for breakfast. Shin Qianan, brimming with confidence, provoked CS9. Do you have abs? Are you insane? CS9's gaze was incredulous, leaving me on the verge of spewing milk. Ahem, have you been working out lately? Haha, why so enthusiastic about muscles? The conversation fell flat, becoming painfully awkward. I discreetly kicked Shin Qianan under the table. He instantly deflated, sulking over his bread. Fortunately, CS9 only cast a complex glance my way, saying nothing. After breakfast, I seized an opportunity to pull Shin Qianan aside. What happened yesterday must be kept secret. Do you understand? Do you want to ruin my reputation? Shin Qianan bit his lip and quietly said, am I really that disreputable? That's not the point. The issue is that CS9 is my brother. I know. He's your brother, and I'm the disreputable Xiao-san. Suddenly, his eyes widened in shock as he looked at me. Am I really supposed to give him a tribute? You could give it a try. Once again, the program entered an interview segment. This time, the question was, discuss your past, present, and future. The moment I saw this prompt, I sensed trouble. After hastily wrapping up my interview, I rushed to the male guest's interview room, only to collide with Shin Qianan, who was smiling as he answered questions. Personally, I'm currently engaged in being Xiao-san. CS9, waiting nearby, rolled his eyes. You're insane. Indeed, I am insane because I recently discovered that I've somehow become Xiao Wu, and I can't accept it. Enough. I hurriedly rushed over to prevent Shin Qianan from continuing his speech. Shin Qianan's eyes instantly lit up as he pointed at CS9, exclaiming, he curses, lacks manners. Break up with him. I raised my hand to cover my face. Let us not discuss that for now. How about you share your dreams with everyone instead? Shin Qianen smiled at the camera, articulating each word with conviction. My dream is to become Lu Yumi's little assistant. Well, that's that. I had no retort and walked away. After all, it was not my face that was being lost. I couldn't be bothered to argue. The barrage of comments had erupted in laughter. Little assistant? Shen Qianen, go cook me a couple of dishes. In Lu Jie's interview, he seemed to be in a hurry to return borrowed words, and even now he couldn't prevent Shin Qianen from speaking recklessly. He really loves her. I'm convinced. As a mere bystander, may I ask, does the title husband feel too hot to handle? Now I understand why Shin Qianen, with that face, can still play Xiaowu. Lu Yumi genuinely finds him embarrassing. On this day, the program scheduled an activity called the Heartfelt Kitchen. With a mere 20 yuan to purchase ingredients, we were to prepare our own lunch. It was aptly named, Cook for Your Loved Ones. I suspected it was merely a cost-saving measure by the production team. Before we set off, however, there was a problem with the group arrangements. It was originally 3 men and 3 women. After Shin Qianen insisted on joining, it became 4 men and 3 women. How should we divide ourselves? Before the director could interject, Shin Qianen and Xia Xinian each took hold of one of my arms, refusing to let go. The 2 towering figures, both over 6 feet tall, stood like guardians on either side of me. Are you planning to carry me away? I exclaimed in exasperation, delivering a punch. Thus, our trio was formed, yet the budget remained unchanged. Upon entering the supermarket, Xia Xinian began a tirade. The most important thing for a man is to be frugal and manage the household. A man who cannot cook is no man at all. When a man cooks, a woman's spirit soars. When a man loves to wash dishes, you call him baby. Shen Qianen seemed to be sinking into the ground with embarrassment. Mian, I love washing dishes. And although I don't know many dishes, I promise to enroll in a cooking school when I get back. That, however, was unnecessary. As it turned out, Shen Qianen could cook a bit, I could manage a few dishes, but Xia Xinian couldn't cook at all. You were shouting so loudly earlier. And yet you can't cook? After Xia Xinian burnt the few eggs we had, I angrily kicked him out of the kitchen. Just wait. I'll have your mother deal with you when we get back. Upon returning to the kitchen, the previously composed Shin Qianen had crumbled. He turned his face away, exhaling deeply as if trying to hold back tears, and after a long pause, he looked back at me. Mian, have you 2 already reached the stage of meeting parents? How could he interpret it that way? I averted my gaze, feeling guilty. How should I respond? Xia Xinian had met his parents long before I was born. I vaguely attempted to play dumb. Well, my mom and his mom see each other every day, and my dad and his dad work at the same company. Shin Qianen nodded, lowering his eyes, visibly dejected. I understand. I envy him. If only I could have met you sooner. I was taken aback. This feeling was peculiar. My heart felt tight and heavy, as if I couldn't bear it. I glanced out of the kitchen. Xia Xinian was still baffled by the egg-frying tutorial. My heart raced. I pushed Shin Qianen into my brother's blind spot, tugged at his collar, pulled him down, and kissed him briefly. The moment our lips touched, I withdrew, yet my cheeks burned uncontrollably. I feigned calmness, saying, all right, go chop the vegetables. Shin Qianen, like a robot, touched his face, stood still for a moment, then chuckled softly. Okay. The recording of the show was nearing its final days, with tasks dwindling, leaving us more time to be alone with our crushes. In the previous free time, both my brother and I had enjoyed lounging in our rooms all day. This time, I planned to continue that tradition. Bed. Always soft and warm. Bed. Never rejecting you. Just as I was about to step into my room, I was startled by Shin Qianen, who was squatting at my door. What are you doing here? Shin Qianen hesitated. I was worried someone might intercept you, so I came early to stake out. I didn't expect you to be out of your room. I was speechless. I pushed him into my room and locked the door behind us. Now that you're here, take off your clothes. Again? Shin Qianen frowned. ISNT this a bit too fast? It's not our first time undressing. Why are you being shy now? I found it utterly perplexing. Shin Qianen hesitated for a while before unbuttoning a few buttons. Are you like this with Xia Xinian too? Not at all, only with you. But everyone's relationship starts with hand-holding. Mian, it seems you don't cherish me at all. You ask me to undress the moment you see me. You used to like me so much. Shin Qianen stopped unbuttoning, looking aggrieved. Is it because I'm now the hidden third party? I had no idea what he was imagining. I decided to indulge him. All right. How would you like me to proceed? Take it slow, perhaps start with kissing. Shin Qianen's form was mostly engulfed in shadows. a sliver of sunlight filtering through caught in his dark eyes, akin to a moon submerged at the lake's bottom. It was an unspoken allure. My heartbeat amplified to a cacophony amidst the brief silence. This was my first serious kiss with Shen Qianan. I bit my lip and leaned in, exchanging a brief, soft kiss. It was quite pleasant. One more kiss. The air gradually warmed. Shen Qianan was pressed against the bed, his hair disheveled and breathing slightly hurried. Just as I was getting into the mood, my brother's loud knocking interrupted from outside. Lu Yumi, open the door. I know you're in there. Don't hide in silence. I pretended not to hear. Is Shen Qianan inside too? I released Shen Qianan, catching my breath. Brother, I'm busy. Xie Xinian stood silently outside for a moment, hesitating between dialing the locksmith's number and putting it down again. Finally, he sighed, singing their no one better than a brother, and departed with a broken heart. This scene was also broadcasted live by the camera following Xie Xinian. The third party has taken the lead, must punish the mistress. Unless you kiss for me to see, please show me, boo-hoo. Xie Ge seems crushed. Is anyone addressing this? Mianan has won. The truth is out. So satisfying. I was about to cry, but Xie Xinian's singing made me laugh. Brother, you're truly abstract. Standing Mianan has reached the rooftop, only to find Xie Xinian has already jumped down. Soon. We arrived at the final day of the variety show recording. The last special activity of each season was the heartfelt mutual selection. Guests would choose their crushes, and the pair with the highest audience votes would enjoy a fireworks display at sea. Originally, Xie Xinian and I topped the charts. However, after the official removal of inflated data, Xie Xinian dropped by 300,000 votes, while Shen Qianan surged ahead. Haha, this must have been Xie Ge's own handiwork. Xie Xinian, you're truly persistent. Actually, the three of you together wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd love to see it. Brilliant fireworks erupted from the sea, piercing the night sky, akin to the fleeting yet profound afterglow of awakening from a dream. Shen Qianan's profile was sharply illuminated by the flickering lights. He appeared quite anxious, glancing at his wrist multiple times, oblivious to the fact that he wasn't wearing a watch at all. After taking a few deep breaths, he finally spoke. Mian Mian, we have been together for quite some time now. I find that I like you far more than I ever imagined. He continued, his gaze lowered, speaking softly as if in a playful pout. Is it too much to ask for you to not be with anyone else? Just allow me to be with you. I assure you, I will strive to win your affection 1,000, even 10,000 times more than anyone else. He pleaded, choose me, will you? If you refuse, I shall sulk and play the role of the third party. Don't expect to see my smile again. With that, Shen Qian delivered his ultimatum. I could not help but chuckle at his earnestness. Just then, the most brilliant firework ascended into the night sky, blooming with the sentiments concealed within it. Will you marry me? As the fireworks faded, the night fell into tranquility, save for the gentle rise of the tides. In that fleeting darkness, I kissed him. Shen Qian, I accept your proposal. The night deepened, and dreams of endless spring lingered. In the dead of night, excitement kept me awake, and I couldn't help but marvel at the delightful meal I had enjoyed. After tossing and turning, I quietly rose to message Xie Xinian. Brother, I still like him. I am resolute in my choice. Xie Xinian promptly called me. I quickly hid on the balcony to answer, anticipating a scolding. However, none came. After a moment of silence, he sighed, as if deflated. Never mind. I've known for a long time. You've always been quite determined. Even if I disagreed, you would still end up with the one you chose. I just can't bear the thought of you being taken away so soon. As he spoke, Xie Xinian began to weep softly. You must remember, I am always here for you. If you ever feel wronged, I will break Shen Qian's legs. I will always stand by your side, so if he treats you poorly, you must tell me. Understood? My heart softened. A smile crept onto my lips, but tears filled my eyes. I know, brother. I had always known. The following day, Shen Qian approached Xie Xinian with an air of triumph. Good morning. Why haven't I seen your wife? What? Xie Xinian replied, taken aback. Hee, it turns out your wife has become mine. Unable to bear it any longer, I covered my face and stepped forward, tugging at Shen Qian's sleeve. Shen Qian, he is my brother. And who am I? You are my boyfriend. And he is my brother. Shen Qian's eyes reddened once more. Mian Mian, didn't you say yesterday that I was the only one for you? He has fewer abs than I do, and is shorter by 0.35 centimeters. What is it about him that you find appealing? No. I meant Xie Xinian is my biological brother. Shin Qian's expression turned blank. Then, why did you have me call myself your brother before? You said someone would add me as a friend, not because I was discovered as a third party. My expression grew complex. So that was what he thought. No wonder he suddenly began referring to himself as Little Five overnight. I had awoken to find myself branded as a heartbreaker. I sighed. I attended a class reunion, and upon returning from the restroom, I found someone rifling through my phone as contacts. Although I reported it immediately, I was still concerned about what they might do. The reason I had you refer to me as your brother is that he once sent me love letters and was beaten by my brother. He asked the one he fears the most. Shin Qian appeared to be experiencing cognitive overload. So there was never a second or a third party. It's always just been me. I nodded. He stood in stunned silence for a moment before breaking into a silly grin. Just as he was about to lift me into the air, a hand landed firmly on his shoulder. Xia Xinian, with a forced smile, asked brother-in-law, "What did you just say? Where did you see me being 0.35 centimeters shorter than you? In a dream?" Not long after, news of my engagement to Shin Qian spread. Half of the fans rejoiced, while the other half lamented. Whoa, Nian Nian really ended in a bittersweet manner. My heart aches. It's okay, a bittersweet ending is even better to savor. I relish this taste. Xia Xinian personally responded. Firstly, Lu Yumian is my biological sister. Secondly, Lu Yumian is my biological sister. Finally, Lu Yumian is my biological sister. With that, both factions erupted. Wait, is this how you're playing it? Can we prohibit siblings from appearing on dating shows? I thought they were a couple, only to discover they are siblings. I just cried. And now I'm truly amused, haha. Who would have thought that being more painful than a bittersweet ending is realizing my ship is made of siblings? The story concludes here. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and give a thumbs up to support. Until we meet again in the next tale.